What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is LPCruz212, and welcome to NFL Week 6 score reviews with yours truly, LPCruz212. Still in a good mood because of the fact that the Dallas Cowboys have lost to the freaking Panthers, baby. And I said on my freaking short shit, I was gonna come and get you guys. I will come get you today. Cause like I said, I had no defense whatso freaking ever. Oh, it is Farina's birthday, by the way. So we're wishing Farina, the former Hydra Archon, a happy birthday. But however, that aside right now, these Cowboys freaking couldn't do anything to put a stop to the Carolina Panthers. They did the work. Kicked the field goal because I knew there was a minute and 24 seconds left in the fourth, and they had it at the 24-yard line. I'm just like, Carolina is gonna take it in a little further, kill some clock, kick a field goal, game over. And I told H. Joshi on Tuesday when we did our picks, he picked the Cowboys, I picked the freaking Panthers
know of any new
for the upset. And guess what? I called it.
Music in the kitchen once in a while.
I freaking called it that the Panthers were going to beat them, and they did. So, no Micah Parsons, no defense. And I just got to say, how about the Cowboys, motherfuckers? An accident waited to happen, and that's how the Cowboys are. They are not a playoff team. They are just nothing but losers. Oh, it feels so good. When you're a Giant fan, you love these losses in the NFC East when it comes to your division rivals. Oh, man. I told you I was going to catch you guys on my live stream today, on my short. But not a lot of people didn't see that. But I know a lot of people did see my reaction when the Giants beat the Eagles. In which I haven't gotten those types of views like, whoosh. And then again, that's all about to change in the next couple of weeks because because the fact that I managed to buy the PlayStation 5 HD camera, which last year Sony themselves actually discontinued it. So I'm just like, so this explains why it was not in their official store, because they discontinued it. I managed to find one. I made sure I went over the information and everything and made sure that, like, it's in good condition before I bought it, because, you guys gotta understand, when you buy stuff on eBay, you always gotta make sure if it's in good condition, if the seller has 100% positive reviews, and everything else. Always want to make sure of that. I made sure, contact the seller to make sure, and, it was a good buy. A great buy, actually, because I got it for cheap. Usually, the PlayStation 5 camera goes around, like, if pre-owned, it's $50 to $60, but if it's new, you're looking at a $90, $100, or like $130 if it's new. I got it for $30. So it's not coming here until like somewhere around next Monday, actually. And then possibly this week I may be able to get my hands on a gaming PC monitor, which is like 100. Like, I saw one on Amazon for like a freaking $112, which is like, that's not that bad. Usually my range is around 150, because I'm looking 150 to like 250, because that's the range I'm aiming at. But once I complete that set, boom. We're going to be, you guys will actually be seeing me on camera. But however, there's going to be a couple of rules when I'm only using the PS5 camera. It'll only be for like just for fun streams and stuff like that. But when it comes to like main story, that camera has to go off. Like, I would not be using the PS5 camera, like, for cutscenes and stuff like that, for, like, Archon Quest and the main storyline of Star Rail. Yeah, that's where it's going to be cut off. I see people do it. No, I've seen people, like, record themselves with the camera and stuff like that, and they like to show their face when cutscenes are on, but I'm not gonna show my face when it comes to the cutscenes and stuff like that. Also, if it's Spiral Abyss and Imaginary Theater, nope, camera goes off. Because, you know, I usually believe in, like, in certain parts of the screen where it is a potential blind spot, because blind spots can happen. And I would rather make sure I focus on that. So yeah, I'm not looking at chat at the moment because the fact that I want to go over the scores real quick. This is going to be a short Genshin stream because I'm going to go over the scores as quick as possible. Get like my usual stuff for Monday to fill up the battle pass, to say the least. Hopefully by 5:30 I'll be doing Star Rail. And I already have plans after Penacony that I'm gonna raise my Trailblaze rank. But I am pre-farming mostly some level up materials, because there's gonna be selected characters that I'm going to be leveling up to level 80. And plus, also, this is a perfect timing to actually get that I actually did get the camera as well, because when the Among Us live stream does happen, well, once it starts happening, you'll see my reactions whenever I frickin' like become the imposter, or if I get killed by an imposter. Wow. Legit missed my mark. Oh, there it is. Okay. So I think I know who's gonna be one of the, obviously Trailblazers is one of them. March, Robin, Evernight, Firefly, Kafka, Himiko. There's a few others. Even Japart's one of them too. Japart's got to be a level 80. But I think there's gonna be a few more. I think Yenching, since I think I got his Lycone already. I got his Lycone. And then he's on a temporary set. But Fire told me that like every update, Yangqing's set always changes every update. There's some, it's the other set, like, why do they keep changing the set? It's like, oh, they always do that with Yangqing all the time. It's like... But for me, it's like, when it comes to Evernight, people don't understand that Evernight can be a DPS. Like, you could totally break her. Like, even if you don't have, like... Even if you don't have Remember's characters, you can experiment with Robin and Bronya. You put them with Evernight. You put them as support with Evernight, right? And if you have Japard as your sustain, you're technically gonna go far. To actually like increase Evernight's damage and including crit rate, crit damage. And then with Evernight increasing her own like crit rate, crit damage with her skill. Because obviously, like, she's not just a support. People like, if they don't think she's only a support, which that's totally bullshit, because when you look through YouTube, there's a lot of people that have made her a DPS. Evernight can be a DPS if you build her the right way. Like, the last time I checked,
like the world's shadow.
The last time I checked, like, you gotta get her up to at least 145% crit damage or 180% crit damage. Like, you have to build it to to almost 200%.
It's there, and it will never.
But the only way that is possible, that if you get her 2 copies, which that can break her. And if you don't have any Remember's characters, you can use Bronya and Robin and then and break her that way. I mean, the last time I played Star Rail last week, I broke her to dealing like 150,000 damage. That's not Divergent Universe. That's actually like in-game, not in Divergent Universe. Because Divergent Universe, you got a bunch of buffs and stuff like that. Like with buffs, she can deal like almost 500,000 damage. That's saying something right there. So even with using like your own buffs, you can break her. Evernight can be broken. Like, if I were to get an E1 Evernight before her banner goes away, if I were to get her today, I will only get her E1. That's it. That's basically it. Because the next time she reruns, I could go for her second copy. And her second copy like increases her own crit damage.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
Alright. That's done. Alright. You guys know when I pause the game, that's when I do my football score reviews. So when I do get my PS5 camera, that's when you guys can actually see me, how I actually review football scores, and you'll know why I paused the game. So, here we go. We're going to go to the week 6. Let's do this. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, 2 Monday night games are happening tonight. One is at 7:15, the other is at 8:15. So that means that you're gonna have 2 Monday night games, both looking pretty good. So for us Giants fans, we need the Bears to beat the Commanders. If the Bears beat the Commanders, then there is a shot that the Giants can actually get back in the NFC East race to climb up to the top. So here we go. Let's get started here. And we're going to start off with the Thursday night game where all of us Giant fans came out the next day. Giants smoking the Eagles 34-17, in which Cam Scatterboo and Jackson Dart lit up MetLife Stadium and showed that there is new light within the New York Giants. And this is where the Giants are going to freaking shine bright when they face the Broncos this Sunday coming up. And then Broncos defeating the Jets 13-11, which was considered one of the most boring games in the NFL. The first half of the second quarter, in a 4-for-1 situation, I think the head coach is just lost. What are you doing, man? You're trying to go for it on 4th-and-1, and yet you're not doing anything to legit call a play. It's like he looks so freaking cringe. It's like the head coach doesn't even know what he's doing. And it's like, and it's like, dude, what are you running? If you're trying to go for a 4-for-1, why don't you just freaking just hike the ball and just try to get a play going? If you don't get it, you don't get it. If you do, rush, hurry up, spike the ball, try to go for a field goal. That's all there is to it. But I don't even know. This Jets organization does not have a winning culture. This team is pathetic in so many levels. This is why the Jets suck every year. They haven't had a winning culture in over a decade. And when they brought this freaking head coach, this guy doesn't even know what he's doing. You're a head coach for a reason, man. You gotta call the plays. Or at least let the offensive coordinator make the freaking plays. I hate to say this, but that coach has to go. I can see this team getting no wins this season. No wins. They're 0-6, and that's why the Jets are a laughingstock and they are the worst team in the league. No winning culture, no discipline, no offensive line, no nothing. There are a bunch of nobodies. And the former QB of the Steelers who signed with the Jets, that's on you. You want to let your career die. Instead of being with the Pittsburgh Steelers because you had something there and you chose to go with the Jets. You're that stupid. The biggest fucking moron I have ever seen in the NFL. Justin Fields has potential. He had potential with the Pittsburgh Steelers and he went to waste all his talents with the New York Jets. The worst team in the league alongside the Miami Dolphins. It's ridiculous, man. It really is. It's like they don't know. It's like they get the pieces, they don't put them together. Seahawks beat the Jaguars 20-12, which is I would say a pure domination, but man, Seattle's back on track. But Jacksonville needs to get it together if they want to continue to win more games. They upset the Chiefs, for crying out loud. So, in this case, Jacksonville needs to get it together, man. Chargers beating the Dolphins 29-17. It looks like the Chargers have finally bounced back after losing to Washington last week. I mean, two back-to-back losses from two teams in the NFC East, being upset by the Giants and getting beaten by the Commanders. However, the Commanders, I had a feeling that the Chargers were not going to beat because Jaden Daniels came back. Jaden Daniels came back, smoked them, and that was it. But beating the Dolphins right there, this should have been a smoke fest because the Dolphins suck. That's number one. Number two, they should count themselves lucky that they won this game. Rams beating the Ravens 17-3, and which looked like an embarrassment for Baltimore. Hopefully by this Sunday coming up, they have their starters back, including Lamar Jackson and their center, because they need to get this together. They got to start winning games. So it's too early to call, but whoever the Ravens face this Sunday coming up, they have to win. They got to win. Colts beating the Cardinals 31-27 in close fashion, in which Daniel Jones is playing very remarkable and keeping this team alive. And they only have one loss. I think this Colts team is becoming a threat with Daniel Jones, leading this offensive line and leading this team alone. So I could say that the AFC South is being put on notice that this Indianapolis Colts team is back. And they haven't been this good since Peyton Manning and Tony Dungy. So with him running this team, I could tell you right now that the Colts are looking like a playoff contender. Not a Super Bowl contender, but a playoff contender. Panthers beating the Cowboys 30-27, in which this was a back and forth game because I managed to watch this game. Some of it though. The first half, yeah, there was a terrible pass interference which kind of get the Cowboys the momentum. But that kind of backfired because it didn't take long enough for the Panthers to get hot and start answering with touchdowns of their own. It was back and forth until the Panthers kicked the field goal. Now, with that being said, watch out for Carolina in the NFC South. They're coming out of that hole that they dug a long time ago, and it looks like this team is coming together. And I do believe that the organization, the owner, and the general manager are finally putting the pieces together, and they're finding something right there. I do think that seeing the Panthers struggle, seeing the Panthers at their high, especially when they made the Super Bowl with Cam Newton, this team's gone through a lot. They had a lot of number one picks, and there were moments where they gave them up. Which is okay, why would you give up a number one pick to a team that actually had a few more wins than them? But now it's okay, I see what they were doing. So whatever they did in the past, it worked. But the Panthers always struggled against Dallas. So now I do see that the Panthers are starting to become a better team. So this is a team to watch out for, and everybody in the NFC needs to be careful of, because if this team gets hot, then I do believe the Panthers are going to make the playoffs for the first time in a long time. And then that's not going to be a pleasant sight to see if this team becomes hot. If they make the playoffs, that is. Next game up, you got Patriots beating the Saints 25-19. And I was watching the Pat McAfee show, and I do believe that they can get 6 wins. So I do agree with what they said. As long as they get the ball rolling. If they do get the ball rolling in their next 3 games, they can go to 6 wins. So right now their record, actually no, 2 more wins. So all they have to do is get 2 more wins at 6-2. Oh, then you're technically looking at a potential threat here, guys, in the AFC East. Well, you got 2 potential. Well, you already got the Buffalo Bills, who are in first in the AFC East. So they're gonna end up having a problem again with the Patriots, because they can't fall victim to the Patriots again. They can't do that. And if this team gets hot enough, we might see the Patriots back in the playoffs. Steelers destroyed the Browns 23-9. This has to be a massacre. Like, Aaron Rodgers has a good offensive line. He's got a good offensive line with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I thought my prediction was that I thought Aaron Rodgers was gonna cost the Steelers that 21 straight winning seasons for the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers got 21 straight winning seasons, or people say 21 straight non-consecutive losing seasons is what they say. Like 21 straight winning seasons, in which were moments where the Steelers have made the playoffs out of those seasons, and which is why the head coach is not fired, because of how he keeps that organization a winning team, a winning culture, in which I do think that like the organization like the Jets can learn from. If they can continue to keep winning games like this, and I do have a feeling that the Steelers can try to get out of a wild card by winning a wild card game and try to get into the AFC divisional round and see if they can make a deep run, because they're always one and done in the wild card round. So Aaron Rodgers could possibly try to get them into a divisional game. So right now, Steelers are in first place in the AFC North. Raiders defeating the Titans 20-10. Okay. So I have already heard about this. The news broke out like an hour ago. News broke out an hour ago, right? That the Titans have already fired their head coach. Joshi had expected this. Brian Callahan has officially been fired as the Titans head coach. So now that means that the Titans will have to go with somebody else who's an interim head coach and try to run this team until the end of the season. So with the Raiders winning this game, I don't know if they're going to win the next game this Sunday coming up. I don't think so. Buccaneers has finally exposed the 49ers 30-19. And injuries just keep piling up for the 49ers. It's an 11th person who just got injured. And I think that sealed the deal right there. So now with the 49ers, with their 11th player injured, their season's done. With this loss here, they're going to end up losing games. This is not good for this 49ers team. And I see a few more losses coming their way, including against the Giants. May I remind you. Because you got Cash Gadaboo, you got Jackson Dart. And with those two, if they dominate the 49ers, that's it. That's it. It's over. It's over for that team. Matt Jones could do so much to try to look for ways to win, but at the end of the day, there's going to be a team that's going to be better than them, even if they are injured. So I think this was as far as they can go with winning games. I knew this was coming. Packers destroyed the Bengals 27-18. And then last game for Sunday night, Chiefs beating the Lions 30-17, which was technically a revenge game. I mean, I do have something to say about that game. To me, this was an iffy call, to be more precise. But technically, it is indeed illegal. But to me, even though it is illegal, the officials cannot look back at it and throw a very, very late flag. You can't just go back and throw a late flag and erase the touchdown afterwards. Yes, it is an illegal formation, or which I think it's a...
This realm is true.
I think that is an illegal formation, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I think that runs as an illegal formation, but for what Goff did, at the goal line, right? So he didn't have the chance. He didn't get himself set, in which technically that is illegal. That is illegal because it is a flag prior to the snap. Refs are supposed to throw the flag the instant they snap the ball. But because the ref was at the end zone, he didn't see that. So when the play was already over, they got together and they chose to throw the flag, in which, like, you cannot throw the flag. You cannot throw the flag at the end of the play and then make the call. That's a iffy. It's a bad move, but to me, it's iffy because it is a judgment call. Because you could technically, you only supposed to throw the flag when it happens once they snap the ball. But when you
If you ever have any questions...
But when you throw it very late, the rules, it's in the official rulebook. In the official rulebook, you are not allowed to go back to the previous play that's already dead and call a penalty. So that right there was helping Patrick Mahomes out. That right there was helping Patrick Mahomes out and the Chiefs right there to hold them at a field goal. So that right there, that technically screwed him over. And you know how Lions have been getting fucked over with so many terrible penalties. And Roger Goodell should know this, and he allows these freaking officials to do this. So, if you are allowing the officials to break the rules, then it's a bad look for the NFL. It's a bad look for the NFL, and it is a bad look is a bad look for any team that faces the Chiefs. And it is not the first time. It's not the first time the Chiefs have come under controversy. We already knew about last year's playoffs against the Texans when they both threw a flag at the Texans when Patrick Mahomes committed the late slide and the Texans players clearly missed the tackle on Patrick Mahomes, which was deemed the worst penalty in the NFL, in which everybody hated it. And obviously everybody didn't like it because they did that because, you know, they were just bailing out the Chiefs, which I get it. I believe it. All right, I need to go over something here because at the end of the game, this was uncalled for. There was a fight. There was a fight between the Lions and the Chiefs, and I just want to get that out there and let you guys know what I think about it. What I think. Let's see. It was here, I think, somewhere. I could have sworn it was somewhere here, but I guess not. I could search it up. I could just like look through YouTube and find it. Let me just. Chiefs versus Lions fight. Oh, Brian Branch of the Lions. Started a fight with Juju Smith, in which, honestly, that's uncalled for and very unprofessional. I think there's going to be a suspension on Brian Branch for what he did right there. There is no reason to start a fight. There's no reason for that. And the reason why I'm saying there's no reason for it is because it's ridiculous in so many levels. I don't like what they did. I don't like what he did. Start that fight. The game's over. Like, move on from it. The Chiefs got revenge on the Lions. Okay? So, it's time to just let it be, man. It's over. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, the game's already over. I didn't like what he did there. Like, the problem is this. The problem is this. When Patrick Mahomes offers like a to shake hands with him, you do it. Like, in honor of. No. I freaking hate it when it does that. Like, you shake his hand. Like, there's no excuse to walk away from him and start a fight with Juju Smith. I don't like what he did. It was terrible in so many levels. Very terrible. And I don't like that. Because now there's going to be serious consequences, a fine, and a suspension to go with that as well. May I remind you, and the way how things are going right now, I don't like where this is going for the Detroit Lions. Because, you know, I get it. Frustrations happen. You lost the game. But don't take it out on them. Don't take it out on the one player. Like, come on, man. And the head coach, he even said it himself. He didn't like what he did. And even he knows there's gonna be repercussions. I do believe he's gonna get suspended. I think 1 game should be enough. So look what one of the Eagles' best defenders did. When he spat on Dak Prescott, like, it's uncalled for. But he was ejected before the snap. Way before the first snap of the first game. And even though he was ejected, like, he was supposed to be suspended for the next game, but Roger Goodell said, like, oh, like, since he didn't play a snap, technically that counts as a suspension, in which he forfeited the check. Which, like, okay, I get it. I really get it. Like, he didn't play a snap. Technically, it does. It is what it is, but at least he has not come under fire again. Alright, guys. So, that's it for this stream. So, later on, sometime around 5:30, I hope, I'll be getting a Star Rail stream going. Alright, so I'll catch you guys later on the next stream.